Hey YouTube, today I'm going to go over my favorite first-person shooter games. I've got six, not five, not 10, six because that's what I ended up with and that's what I'm sticking with, and I didn't really want to take any off, so okay. Um, these are my personal favorites. It has nothing to do with anybody else's or like what is considered the best. These are the ones that I like. First to start off, BioShock. Now, I'm not really into the first one so much, so I will say BioShock Infinite, and I would have just gotten the Infinite case off the shelf, but I don't have a case for it, I just have a loose disc. So, BioShock Infinite. That game is like so amazing to me, and I think the thing is, I do like the other BioShocks, it's just they're really dark, and I don't know, I fully played through BioShock Infinite. I did not fully play through the first BioShock, and I don't think I ever even played BioShock 2. And while those are, I mean, BioShock is a great game, don't get me wrong, but BioShock Infinite just had this like storyline that was like, I mean, it was crazy, and it was a lot more like lighter colors. I think that's what my problem was with the original BioShock, was that it was too dark. Um, but it's just very like fast-paced first-person shooter. You've got all these like powers and stuff you can use, and some of the fights get really intense too. And I love BioShock Infinite. Eh, there you go. Yeah, if you haven't played it, definitely give it a try. This one I couldn't really decide if I wanted to include it or not because it is a first-person shooter, but it's also kind of like an action RPG, and that's Fallout 4. Love, love, love this game. This is in my top three favorite games of all time. It gets hate, Bethesda gets hate, but, and most people are Elder Scrolls fans. I do really love the Elder Scrolls as well, but Fallout is my thing. I love Fallout. Um, the music, 40s music is just, it's great. The environment's great. I think the characters, the story. I spent like over 200 hours on this game and enjoyed every single minute of it. I did not get tired of it. Um, and it just, I don't know, it's one of my favorite games of all time. This one is probably the best first-person shooter game I've ever played. It's crazy. It's so fast-paced, like Doom in a way, but I feel like it's so much better. At least the 2016 Doom? I don't remember. It was 2016, 2017 that Doom came out. I think it was 2016. Anyway, this came out in 2013, and I feel like it's so underrated. This is a hidden gem. Uh, it's it's intense. You've got like demons and all that, just like you do in Doom, but you've got a katana, and you've got shotguns, you've got um, special powers and stuff too, and and you got hordes and hordes of enemies. I think this is like a really, really hard game to platinum too. I think the level of difficulty is like an 8 out of 10, which is pretty crazy. And what's crazy about it is that just kind of explains how hard this game is, because all of the trophies are really easy. Like I got most of the trophies on this game, but um, there's one trophy I think you have to play through the whole game without dying, and on the hardest difficulty, I think. Or you just have to play it on the hardest difficulty, and nobody, I don't know if it's, I mean, it's intense on normal, so I'm sure it's pretty intense on the hardest. That's like 2 levels above that, so this is probably, that was my favorite first-person shooter of all time, I think. And this one is a close second, and that's Halo Combat Evolved. This game, like, I used to give Halo so much hate because I did not have an Xbox. I had a GameCube and a PlayStation 2 growing up, and I was kind of a Nintendo fangirl, I guess, if you want to call me that. And several years back, I joined this group called Game Clubs where we play a different game every month together, and Halo just happened to be on there, and I was like, okay, I have it in my stack, and I've never really given it a try. I've always dissed on it and stuff. Plugged it in, and still to this day, this is like one of the best first person shooters I've ever played. It's so great. The library level, I love it. The flood's creepy. Um, the Warthog is a bitch to drive, but it's fun. And I played some of Halo 2 online, not online, but like co-op with my friends like years ago, and that was fun. And the campaign was good on Halo 2, but I just feel like this one was so much better. Halo 3 is like probably the best of the three in a way, but I feel like this one's my favorite still. And this game is crazy. Villain's crazy. Far Cry 3, this is the best Far Cry game, in my opinion, honestly. The story is just crazy. The villain's just intense. There were some missions in here that were like hilarious. So, like some of the best missions I've ever played was in this game. A lot of fun. I really, really highly recommend this game. Definitely. And honestly, my favorite Call of Duty, I know, it gets a lot of hate, but they used to be really good. The campaigns used to be really good. Black Ops was one of the best ones, and quite honestly, I think Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare is probably the best. As far as the campaign goes, maybe. These are probably about equal, because this campaign was intense too. But back then they were actually really good, and I know they get a lot of hate now, and most of them do suck now, and the campaigns suck, but definitely give them at least a try if you haven't, because they're pretty solid. So that's my list of first-person shooters that I really like. So let me know what first-person shooters you guys like, and I will see you guys later.